How's it going? Sorry for the absence. I work calls, baby. You know what they say, make hay when the prostitute is at Joey's house or something like that. What are we looking at today? We're going to look at FATHOM IPA from Ballast Point. This one comes in at 6%. I don't know how long this has been in their lineup. I have never had it or seen it. Got my properly seasoned glass from, you know, another beer brewery, not the one that's being poured into it, which pretty much happens all the time, but for some reason it wasn't an issue till we did the shit beers. Okay, it has kind of a little bit more of an orange color to it than some. Carbonation looks up there. We've got less than one fuck you of head for Chuck. Has kind of a nice hoppy tropical fruit smell to it. But since I'm not going to sniff it, I'm going to drink it, so cheers. Yeah, it's pretty much exactly that. Get that kind of hop forward, kind of a fresh hop blended with the tropical fruit. And kind of a nothing in the center. And then it kind of ends on a hoppy bread or biscuit finish. Now the kind of the disappointing thing, or maybe, you know, I guess you don't want all your IPAs to be identical, is it's kind of reminding me of All Day IPA from now I'm drawing a blank. It's light. It's how do I say it? It's got the flavors, but it just doesn't have the punch that some of them do. But it's still very drinkable. Seems how I do not want. Now I'm saying do not expecting it to be any different, but do not want this to be an hour. First was DFC. Second was Smile Money. Third was Ed. Fourth was Gillian. Hi, cheers. Then Rich, Foo Master 2. Shoo, 12th. Here, still at work though. Salty Shellback, top 100. Yeah, you pretty much got all your bases covered. John Umick, very cool. Thank you, John. I'm sure you're talking about the excuse me, the Dog Tag Brewery's lager, and not actually the video, but you know, it's okay. Rich, now that's my kind of Santa's helper. Send her over here, please. See, okay, here's the problem that we're having right now is Brad has gone gun-ho, no pun intended, on the lovely Santa helpers, and I said I was gonna, you know, just do the, because this was all started because Ammo had 73. He said, you know, just for the holidays, you know, the festive occasion, you could do something like this, and it was all a lot more fun when we weren't at YouTube. And so Brad has sent me enough pictures in 48 hours to do 2 or 3 months. So I'm obviously not going to get through all of them. I guess what I've been doing is after I use a particular one, I've been deleting it. Now I am going to make an exception for this one. Yeah, I can't delete this one. Ed, gotta love Santa's helper. I wonder if her snowballs are edible. Hee hee. Midway Shooter, another outstanding brew review. I'm going to get some of that Dog Tag beer. Awesome patriotic support. Yeah, I was very impressed with it. I think I drank it all last night during in the hangar with the Hornet Fixer blog radio show. Otis 71. Sorry, Otis. Of the 6-pack, there was one veteran that was on 2 cans. So they probably, I mean, I saw a stack of beer, you know, 8+ feet high, and it went on forever. I mean, I realized that. I mean, the magnitude of getting all the information for that many vets. I mean, that's just a huge undertaking, even in this situation. So, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that that they would have to have some repeats. Otis 71, is that whipped cream? I love whipped cream. Actually, I think it was just a bow. Rich, here, cheers. Rich Huff, that is. And Keck 13th, son of a ball bag. Real cool burnout. Dog Tag Beer looks like cool beer company. Nice to see them honor the fallen. Absolutely. That's why, you know, if you just poured me a glass of that and said, "What do you think?" I'd be like, you know, it's a lager. It's like, you know, it's like pilsners, lagers. I mean, they're all pretty much the same. It's, I mean, you know, you get some of these high-end breweries like Oscar Blues that want to like try to introduce like a pilsner or a lager, and guess what? It tastes like everybody else's pilsner or lager, you know. So I mean, it's a lager. It's just a good, drinkable, everyday kind of beer. But the fact that they are honoring the fallen and then put a little snippet of a veteran on each can, and then you can go do a search and find out more about that veteran, the bio on them, I think is cool as hell. Not to mention, you know, they're a non-profit, so yeah, I give them a 10 just because of who their company is. Smile Money, I am in on the Wendy fundraiser. Need another duck call. My wife hid the other one from me. Laugh out loud. Oh, thank you, Smile. Me and Christine were just talking about that. The that fundraiser. The fundraiser is going to be officially over on January 1st. This is the painting, and Lilly is going to be making a special painting for you, the winner. Maybe you're a YouTuber, and it will be with your channel logo. I threw one of Johnny Concho's bracelets in there. That kick-ass call that you're talking about, Smile, that John Solar made, and then the big-ass first responders kit that the ATF Sucks made, and that's all going to be over on I'll take the last, well, trust me, if you want to send money after this is all over, you won't have a chance on winning, but I'll give the money to Wendy. But the last opportunity you have to get in on this is on the 1st. I don't think I ever mentioned this over at the eBomi channel, so I want to thank you guys for helping out Wendy and her family as much as possible. I can't even imagine what she's going through to lose her best friend and her husband, and now she's and you know, they had two kids together, and now she's got to raise them by herself. Well, she's not by herself. She's over here the other night, and we made it very well known that you need anything. I'm hoping after Christmas here, maybe I'll be able to put a little money aside and buy a couple of bottles of the Bent Paddle Double Black from this year, because I still have access to some. I think they're all gone. I think they're all gone over at the Keyport, but Super One has a little cachet, and for some reason, people that do the really craft beers seem to go to the Keyport over in Superior, and they kind of leave my little pile alone. So as of right now, I still have access to a few bottles. Not to mention this year's release of Darkness is out, and of course they're both $25 a bottle. But I'd like to pick up a couple of bottles of that. I told Wendy, I said, you know, you get a babysitter, and you know, we got two spare bedrooms. You can either be in the Star Trek room or the office, but you know, come over. You know, dinner, movie, dark beer. I got some, she really likes 6 Points 5 bean. I picked up a 4-pack of that, and I had to verify that it was still good. And I tell you, this latest batch of 5 bean is outstanding. It almost tastes completely different than the last time I had a can of it. It's almost worth reviewing again because it's really getting good and refined. Otis 71 Mezcal. Okay. Other than a few beers last night, I've been so damn busy. I go take care of one job and turn around and go do another. Otis, I was moving some stuff around and I found this shot glass. I thought this was appropriate for that. Evidently it's a tad bit more in one shot, but it's okay. We can let that slide. Again, Johnny Concho, sweet ass shit. Still not sure. I don't know if this is something you're supposed to rim the glass with, or if this is a lick it and do a shot kind of a. Nobody answered the question last time I asked. I mean, I'm more than willing to go in and give it a try. But so Johnny sends all the bracelets, and there's alcohol involved, so I gotta go review my own information so that I have a few bracelets going out. I know Real Cobra Burnout got one on Blog Radio, but a few days back, again, apologize I was gone. I miss hanging out with you guys and reading some of the silly ass comments that you guys leave and make me laugh. But I got a few packages over the last few days. Johnny man, you are crazy. Johnny Concho got this. This is 5 Partagas. And if you are a cigar person and you've ever had a Partagas, you will not be disappointed. This is the Habanas. So these have the potential to be killer awesome. Oh, so Johnny, thank you, man. This time of the year sucks. The best I could hope for is go sit out in my truck, or my friend and neighbor Mike. He had hernia surgery on Tuesday, so he's also in the process of trying to quit smoking, and that he made that all the way until this morning. He had a cigarette, but he texted me. It's like, I think maybe the wife doesn't want him drinking anymore. I mean, fuck her. I mean, this is what he does, she can go do whatever the hell she wants, which she does anyway, but don't fucking come after a guy first. I mean, he likes to have a few beers. I mean, he's a bush guy, and before he had his surgery, I grabbed him a 6-pack of Tall Boys. Yeah, John, it's Tall Boys. That's what they are here. We drink Sprite, ginger ale. Everything isn't fucking Coke up here. It's pop or soda. I think it's mostly pop. And so they're Tall Boys, not Poundas. I mean, I realize, yeah, whatever. But I think it's actually just you. Most people call them Tall Boys. So I picked them up some Tall Boys. It was a week after his birthday, so I'm just like, happy birthday, pre-surgery, little gift. And then he texts me. He's like, it's just, I hate to ask, but if you could pick me up some of my beer and leave it in your refrigerator, I'll just let you know when I need some. Oh, when the wife's not watching. So I grabbed a case. Here's a scary. I don't think I have anything worth talking about. Oh yeah, actually I do. See, something like this. This was more expensive than that entire case of Busch beer. Busch isn't bad beer. Busch isn't bad. Okay, moving on. So I got that from Johnny. I got the latest Battle Box in, Mission 34. If you're thinking about Battle Box, anything that I show you, or if you've already watched videos out there from other people, a lot of people just like to open the box, you know, turn the camera on and open the box. I like to goof off with the shit. Everything's open. There's some things in there, obviously. I'm not going to. There's like some survival food. I just assume save that. I mean, I don't need to sample it. I've heard it's good stuff. And there's these water filtration packs. Just frickin' wicked as hell. I mean, it looks like nothing. And you can take the thing and throw it. I'm not even shitting you. You could throw it. Have you ever had someone shit you? You can throw it in a mud puddle, and over somewhere between 6 and 8 hours, it actually absorbs through the material, filtering it. And then I think the one that I have might be lemon flavored or whatever. So it ends up like creating like a Gatorade and what looks like a great big juice bag. And you just puncture it with a straw and you make your own filtered water. Now what would be really curious is, could you throw it in a used urinal and what would happen 8 hours later? I don't know. I don't know if I could even, you know, smell the bag, but yeah, you could throw that thing in a mud puddle. So I got again, I don't want to waste a bunch of time, but obviously with the Battle Box, when you do the Pro Plus, the big item is always the knife. And this, I honestly have to say, this now is probably, I would say it's probably the third or second coolest knife from the Battle Box. This is from Tops, and this is the second knife that I have from Tops. They're bushcraft, and it is just a frickin' beast. Actually, I don't know if this is like one of those comments that's worthy of making or not. Maybe you can tell me I'm nuts or not. Chuck, fuck off. I was shocked at the amount of steel. Oh, excuse me. The amount of steel on this one. But it's a bushcraft knife. You know, this is made like for batoning or whatever. You know, you start it out on your log and you just start fucking hitting it with another log. And it is sharp as shit. A nice little clean spot right there. The other one that I have from Tops from Battle Box is the Cub. I can't show it to you. It's out. It's out. Getting Sherpified right now. I sent it off down to Chuck, because Chuck brags about how he can do anything. So Chuck said that he'd be honored to no, actually it's Brad Thomas has it. I really like that Cub. It's one of my favorite knives. I tell you, it's always one of those things though. If someone said, you could lay your three favorite knives. The Gerber LMF, which I gave to Corey's boyfriend as a birthday present a while back. And then Christine got me another one for losing 50 pounds. And the Gerber LMF, the Tops, and the two Tops knives, which tells you something, because I can honestly say, if someone said you only get to keep one and that's it, it'd be a tough call. It actually might be this one. I really like that Cub, but this one, this would be the kind of thing where if the world was turning upside down and shit was going bad, you just know you could beat the living shit out of this and it's still going to be around. It's got the holes in it, again, that you can use for doing the bow style fire starter. The one thing I'm not 100% sure the usage, on the rear tang here, as you can see, it's kind of notched out, and I don't know. I can think of several things I'd do with it. I'm just not sure what their design is. And to be totally honest, me and Joey Cuz, we were talking about this last night. Kind of a low point, especially after the sheath that they sent with for the Cub. Probably the low point on this one is its sheath. But if $130 knife. If you go over to Tops and want to buy it, it's $130. It's $150 to buy the battle box. And like I said, this is the one time where you could actually guarantee that you could get this knife. If you are not signed up for battle box and you start right now, you will automatically get Mission 34. 3 months from now, you start battle box, you will get Mission 34 and get that knife. It's just a freaking beast. Tack pack, two tack packs as always. One for me to review and one for me to do whatever the hell I want with. They don't actually say I have to give it away. I can do whatever I want with it. I haven't opened it yet, so I can't tell you what's in there. And one of the nights that I was out working, my brother-in-law stopped over with, looks like 50, at least 50 rounds of 50 AE. And that's on top of another bag of them that he brought me, so that's like 100 recently. Ed, awesome review, E. If I can find Legacy, I will drink it, and my condolences to Corey Everson's family. Absolutely. Gillian, I want in on the giveaway, please, Eric. Okay. Hopefully you emailed me. I think you did. I got them all in a file, and I'm gonna have Johnny Watson tomorrow. Will be picking the winner. In case you're wondering what the hell he's talking about. As of right now, because I've been busy, I haven't thrown anything extra in here. I'm still going to try to find something else, but you email me at BandEBrewReviews@gmail.com. The link will be down below. On Blog Radio tomorrow night with my guest Ray, STL Ray Edwards, we are talking music, concerts, some of your favorite musicians, artists, their instruments. And somewhere in the second hour, we are going to have Johnny Watson do a drawing, and I've got the bullet-shaped chill glasses. I got the Justin's Final Mission sticker. A Lead Life sticker, the K-Bar bottle opener, and one of the bracelets from Johnny Concho. That's what's in there as of right now. That may be all that's in there. If you don't like it, then don't enter. But if I can find some other cool shit to throw in there, I will. And like I said, to get entered, you need to email me, because I'm going to give that list to Johnny Watson tomorrow night. And he'll throw it into a spreadsheet program, and bam. Gunwild 1, I love the idea behind the dog tag beer. So do I, my friend. So do I. Aunt Keck, I love whipped cream. So do I, my friend. Ed, hey, the radio show was awesome. They all are. Aunt Keck, cowbells for Christmas, naughty, sexy beer brew babes. Okay. Aunt Keck. Enjoying some Larceny bourbon right now. Larceny? Never heard of it, but if you're drinking it, it's probably pretty good. Johnny Concho, cheers one and all. Aunt Keck, sir, you name the whiskey and I will bring it. Hey, if you like it and it doesn't come in a plastic container, that's probably all that we need. Me personally, we ever have one of these kind of get-togethers where some of us brew guys and just goof-off artists can hang out, I will purchase another bottle of the Ardbeg Islay. I was looking today, that's one thing that Keyport kicks ass on Super One, is they had some scotches there. Actually, they had some scotch from the same shit that Stripey McCatpuss brought me over here a couple of years ago, and but you know, I'll take any good scotch. I mean, you know, like that, what is it, the Johnny Walker? It was a bottle of Johnny Walker was $200. It was the most expensive scotch that Super One had. Woof! I've never tried it. And Kick, yeah, I'm not the most YouTube tech savvy person, but I'll figure it out. And Kick, I think I enjoyed too much Larceny bourbon. I finished a bottle. Fuck me. You know, $20 is $20. JR10 with a novel. In response to Stephen Bush's question on belt-fed systems, one could ask, why do we need a 30-round magazine? Or why in the world do we need 60 or 100-round magazine or drum magazines? If you get into a frosty situation, more is much better than not enough. If you have a belt-fed weapon with a 200-round ammo, can feed it, or more, mobile 100-round nutsack, you have a definite advantage over a 30-round mag guy. As for loading the links, only the new ones are hard to load. As they get broken in and stretched out, they become a lot easier to load. As for the cost of the links, a good brass catcher like Codwell's, which I have one, will catch the brass and the links for reuse. Good reloading tip. Oh, I absolutely would love Chuck to get me a belt-fed upper. Speaking of Chuck, my hollow point, would like to start slowing down, question mark? Any slower and you'd be backing up. Wade, great idea to raise awareness of sacrifice that families of the fallen heroes give. I remember watching Walter Cronkite giving the number of killed and missing heroes in Vietnam at the end of his Friday show broadcast. Today they say we the people are too sensitive to be exposed to that sort of thing. That's because they're millennial fucksticks. That's my words, not his. I say fuck that. Now that's his words, and I appreciate them. We should know what the cost to keep us free and to hold the people we put in power accountable to destroy our enemies, total and ASAP. There is no place in war for diplomacy. Kill the fuckers till they never want to fight us ever again. I hate stupidity, and this PC culture is overflowing with it. 100%. 100%. I could now spend an hour talking about that, but I'm not going to. That is what I personally think is destroying our country. PC bullshit. And that's one of the biggest reasons I love Donald Trump. People are like, oh, you know, he shouldn't tweet that kind of stuff. It doesn't make him look presidential. Hey, fuck you. You think this cockbag was presidential? He was a fucking weak little baby cunt. Every time he was overseas, oh, Mr. Prime Minister, here, I'll bend over so you can stick your dick in my ass. Maybe we could send you a whole bunch of money so that you don't build nuclear missiles while you use the money to build nuclear missiles. Fucking Obama was the biggest piece of shit. Absolutely the biggest piece of shit as a president. Now, what is interesting is how did we act when he was president? You may argue with me, you may differ. if right now I was like, you know, hanging out on blog radio and all of a sudden there was a knock at the door or hanging out doing this, you know, somehow they, you know, had me bugged and they knew that I was saying that Obama was a cock smuggler, and I got a call from the Secret Service and they said, yes, Mr. Bomey, the ex-president Obama, Barack Hussein Obama, would like to get together and you know, and smoke some good cigars and drink some scotch and talk some politics with you. Fuck, absolutely. If the man held out his hand, I'd shake it. Do I believe with him politically? No, I don't. But I respect the fact that he was the President of the United States. May not have been the president that I wanted to see there, but I can still respect that office and him for being there. That's where I draw the line. Now, these fucking cunt bags, everyone, I don't give a shit if you're a D or an R, if you don't stand up and support that man who's president. I mean, Nancy Pelosi, well, I don't care. If I don't get my fucking illegal immigrants legally in this country, then I'm going to do whatever to shut it down. I mean, they're just fucking babies. Everybody's a fucking baby. There's been no president in history that has been vilified as much as Trump. And the fuck you, you pieces of shit. You should be scared as shit because look at what he's accomplished. You don't even know half the shit that he has accomplished. I mean, for instance, right now they're going on and on about the tax thing. Oh, it's just there for the rich Republicans. Oh, fuck you, you dumb fucks. If you start at the bottom, the smallest financial earner has the biggest decrease in their tax load, then every tier that you step up, all the way until you get to well beyond the middle, it's unchanged at like 35%. You get up to the top, 1%, their taxes have gone up. I mean, I'm sorry, millennials and libtards. Are you so fucking stupid that somehow 37% versus 35%? 37 is more, not less. Stupidest motherfuckers. Because the media is all against Trump. So they're just going to sit and rebroadcast bullshit and lies to try to get people to believe them. The bottom line is, and hey, I'm not one of them, as anybody would know, but let me tell you, I wish the tax load on the 1% would drop. I know some people are like, oh, they're just going to be rich and they're going to get more rich. Well, everybody that I've ever known that had money hired more people and gave more money to their employees. I know you can say things are different and it's not that way across the board, but everybody, I used to work for a really nice husband and wife owned a company, and when their taxes were low, they gave the shit to us. I used to get almost $3,000 every single Christmas. It wasn't a Christmas present, it wasn't a Christmas bonus, they called it a year-end bonus. They basically gave back to the employees. And if they weren't, and on top of giving back, they turned around and bought new shit. One of the only companies I've ever worked for, small mom and pop company, with a bunch of money, they kept turning that over. When I first started working for them, I was driving a 3-year-old van. After working for them for 5 years, it was 7 years. He's just like, hey, let's just get rid of this. I want to get you a brand new van, and that's the way they've always been. So I'm disappointed. I think that the top people, I think everybody right up to Herb Tits should have gotten a decrease. I don't think it should have gone up for anybody. And especially, we are still one of the higher tax burdens for business, but it's definitely a lot lower than it was. You know, someone like Obama wanted to punish companies, and you wonder why they all wanted to leave? Because it's kind of a no-brainer. We can be here in the United States and be charged 35% tax rate, or we can move the shit to Mexico and pay 12. Joey Cuz. Shit, did I miss a review? Yes, the Demon series is $13 a bottle, but average at like 17%, if I remember correctly. Yes, Joey, the fucking Demon series is awesome from Avery's, and yes, it was at least 17%. But, again, $13 for a 12-ouncer. Muzzle First, great review, sir. Cool idea to put the dog tags on the beer can. I will look for it next time I'm at the liquor store. Please do. Brad Thomas, hell yeah, titties and beer. Hell, this is a scenario where I'd be happy to combine both. Those fucking blue eyes. I'd like to get lip transfer all over the member, if you know what I mean. Sharky762, I'd love to win the raffle, but it's more important that Wendy gets by. Sweet Deagle, and the 29 is a definite beast. Crazy Scotsman, I think the brew babe needs a banana split. I'd be happy to help her out. Get in line. Mario Mosen, you're an ugly grandma. Oh, that was the Steel Reserve one. Mario? Crazy Scotsman, I think Mr. H will understand the lengthy opening on this one. I think so. Crazy Scotsman, whiskey. And as we said, whiskey. Crazy Scotsman, sweet 29, hell yeah, 44 baby. Oh, I love the 44. One of my few overall regrets in life. But having said that, anytime you lose a firearm, it's a regret. One of my few regrets in life. The biggest one was stupidly selling off my Smith & Wesson 686 that was a graduation present from my mother. But, very, very good friend of mine, and it sucks that the weather went the way it went, because it would have been nice to get together and do some shooting, actually found me. If it could be the gun that I had. It's the Mod Zero, it's awesome. Other than that, I bought a brand new Desert Eagle 44 Magnum, and I was going through some restructuring in my life. I helped a good friend of mine build a Domino's Pizza in Buffalo, Minnesota, and we sold that store. Actually traded that store for 2 of them in Milwaukee, and it was like all things unnecessary must go so that we can financially make this happen. And I got rid of the 44, and I wish I would not have, because I love that round. I would love to have a 44. I think if I were to do a 44 Magnum, I would start by pissing off Ammo Head and do the one that he really wants to do from the Performance Center, just to piss him off. And if not, I think I'd probably go. I'm not sure exactly what the length is, because I'm sure, but that's what she said, someone like Jim would be happy to point it out, but in the movie The Gauntlet, which was not a Dirty Harry series, but starred Clint Eastwood, I think he had, I don't know if it was a 3-inch or a 4-inch 44 Smith & Wesson 44. I really like something like that. Of course, I'm also a crazy sumbitch. I'd love to have the Ruger Alaskan 454. You know, The barrel's so fucking short on it, you practically have the bullet head sticking out the end of it. I never did get to shoot that. My buddy Rob here has one, and he's had it at the shoot, and I've got some pretty fucking cool fireball pictures of that gun, though. God, it's good fucking stuff. Hornet Fixer. 1 STLT, Second Lieutenant, New Officer. Thank you. You would appreciate, Jim. You would appreciate. Oh, and it was a great show fucking last night. I'm always honored that that when you want me and Christine. Actually, until he changes his mind, me and Christine are his version of my Johnny and Joey. Jim is definitely getting the better end of that deal. Mr. Holster, 408, once again slipping back to your old ways. God damn it. Mr. Holster, okay, it's a moo-moo. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Bulwark, 1911, yum, yum, yum. And the beer ain't bad either. Love the company business model. Hoorah, baby. Absolutely. Pre-dawn death, Jeremy. That eagle has been down my pants. It felt so right. It has, actually. Tip probably still smells like his balls. Ammo Head 73, your 50 AE would look great sitting next to mine. I'll send you $500 and a naked pic of me for it. Okay, fine, just the naked pic. Jeremy, Dead Winter. Okay, this may be the best brew review ever. As soon as Christine came down, I could not stop laughing. Which one? Oh, this is the best damn sweet tea one. Oh, yeah, that was pretty fucking good. Jeremy, Dead Winter, again on the best damn sweet tea. If you ever need to sight in all those rifles, I have a few places to shoot, but you guys would be forced to get drunk. I know that may be a deal breaker. No, not so much, actually, Jeremy. You'd be surprised. Dead Winter. Okay, so I tried my homebrew. It was 11%. Wow. And it's not bad at all. Score 1 for the home team. That's fucking awesome. That is awesome. I need to talk to you about, well, in case you notice or hear this, I take it you didn't do some kind of kit or whatever. You must have did up your own shit. Andy R. Obama, 0 days, 0 hours, 0 minutes, 0 seconds. Finally. Andy. And yes, Andy was the last person to put in on the fundraiser for Wendy. Thank you, Andy. I did get that. Mr. Holster, good. I like IPAs. Rich, now, that brew channel get-together sounds like a great time. Delicious. That would be. You know, fuck all those gun guys. Us guys with failing livers due to the fact that we punish them daily. All hanging out together. We know how this would go. If you fucking show up with goddamn Miller Lite, we will turn your fucking ass around. It's everybody finds one of their... Oh yeah, I just filled my glass with her titty. Everybody finds one of their favorite whiskeys, rums, scotches, vodkas, craft beers, whatever, and we all get together and then share. Fuck. That'd be like, that would be such a great time. I was talking about those, not you guys. I mean, yeah, you guys too. Rich again. I do like a good lager. Good. Talking about one of them husky guys in plaid getting out of a truck, Rich? Or are we talking about the beer? Gonna look around for this one. Another fine review. Cheers, brother. Stephen Bush, laugh out loud. I don't go a monkey's pecker, but belt feed or midget prostitutes, both are bang bang pew pew and you're done. Not to mention half the woman, half the fun. Stephen Bush. When the weather gets better up there, I'll send you some brews from a new brewery in Oklahoma City called Stone Cloud. I've known the owner since we were about 12 years... Fuck, that's awesome. It's the inside scoop. Since he was 12 years old when we used to play hockey together. He used to be a brewery at Avery. No, now you have my attention. Stephen Bush, 12 inches by 12 inches. Stop talking about my penis. Hazman. The t-shirt speaks volumes. Oh, I was wearing the LGTB, which is was liquor, guns, bacon, and titties. It does speak volumes. Again, if you don't read the fine print, then you miss all of the fun. Hazman, I'm living well off of my pension and annuity. Thank God Cleveland is a strong union town. Being that I was in the union for 10 plus years, I honestly have mixed feelings. You know, if it comes to the money part and it's working out for you, obviously I'm 100% with you. When it comes to the stupidity of the union telling you to go vote for Obama, Amy Klobuchar, Mark Dayton, and Al the douchebag Franken, that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. The channel name is My Comment, and this is on the Hillary. Man, I don't even know what. Hang on, this is some old shit. Oh, I did a video in September 2016 called Hillary Clinton is a Cunt and Beer. And somebody named his channel is My Comment. Let me see. I'm not subbed or anything, am I? He has 2 subs. His comment: Hillary, a dirty, stinky cunt. Well, unfortunately, My Comment, you're probably never going to see this over here because you are over a year and a half ago plus. But yeah, Hillary is a dirty, stinky cunt. DFC, unfortunately, if you do run the office, the vid of you wearing the muumuu may come up again unless you run as a Democrat, in which case you will win in a landslide. Jay Wolf from Elite Ammunition on the 10 Ale. I never ever thought to comment on your muumuu. Did not think you were wearing a muumuu. Rose to a level worth a commenting on. Jonathan, I thought I saw the lager before. Honor Brewing Company out of Ohio does a similar thing. Pretty sweet. Absolutely. Jay from Elite Ammunition. Wow. They put the tag on the can. Damn. Yes, they did. On the Goose Island, Bourbon County, Chris Mann, Bourbon County, Bourbon Stout, one of my faves. It sits around Austin, Texas till around December 31st most years. What Mustang do you have? I see you're a fan. Well, Chris, Of course, again, I don't know who Chris is, which means if I don't actually leave him a comment, he'll probably just think I'm a person that never leaves comments. He has 2 subs. His avatar picture is looks like a 2015 or newer Mustang doing a burnout. So he is a Mustang guy. Chris, to answer your question, I do not own a Mustang. I have never owned a Mustang. The closest, he'd be talking about the Shelby right there. The closest that we ever came to owning a Mustang, at the time when me and Christine decided to move in together, in retrospect, we should have kept her house, but she had, you know, unwanted feelings there and decided to sell her house. Well, she had just about paid it off, so she ended up with a very large chunk of money after selling her house and paying off her loan. And she wanted to get a high-end Mustang, and she was looking at I'm not sure if the Shelby badge was available back then. What she was looking at purchasing was a Roush Stage 3. And I can't even believe I'm going to admit this and say it out loud. It would have happened if it wasn't for me. She wanted the car as an investment. So she was actually planning on putting it in the garage under a cover or into storage. And I told her, the only thing you're going to end up with is a fucking regret that you never had the opportunity to enjoy and burn the fucking tires off of it. So she decided that she didn't want to throw all the money away, because she'd turn it into, it wouldn't be a daily driver up here. It would never have seen snow. But she actually decided, because of what I told her, that she didn't want to know that she had blown all that money. The car at the time, I want to say the Stage 3, a cash deal. We could have got one for, I think it was $59,000. So no, we've never had a Mustang, but we are both Mustang freaks. We both want our birth year, which I'd be giving away too much information, you know, but that's me. I personally want my birth year, which I have no problems telling you. I want a 1967 GT500, Shelby GT500, and I don't give a flying shit if it is the actual real deal. That would be cool, but what I want is the equivalent to Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds, and there's a company up in Canada called the Toy Shop, which is endorsed by and through Carroll Shelby. And they basically will find a 1967 body and then turn it into the fucking sweetest thing. I want the best suspension. I want a 4-link rear end. I want a bare minimum of 700 horsepower. I'd really like the car to be blue with the white stripes, all that kind of shit. I don't care that it's not the original numbers matching everything fucking thing. That's what Christine wants, and that would be a 1965 convertible. That's why our dog is named Shelby. And Chris Mann, you had the last comment, and I'm hitting the refresh button because here we are at a goddamn hour. Did I mention it was a 6-pack? So, on the old E scale, where do I put Fathom IPA from Ballast Point? Well, you know, it's if you're really a IPA lover, it's a great daily drinker. It wasn't super ass expensive, and as far as I know, I don't know the availability, how long it's going to be around. 6%, still got enough in there to get her titties in a twist. So I personally would give this an 8. Remember, Blog Radio tomorrow, 8 to 10 o'clock Central. My guest, Ray, STL Ray Edwards. Not to mention, if you are signed up for this, God, I hate to say it, but, you know, must be present to win. Would that be going too far? Or would I? I never said it up till now, so I suppose that'd be cruel and unusual. I will say this, though. If I call you, if your name gets called out and you're the winner, and you do call in to claim your prize and talk to us during the Blog Radio show, as always, I will throw a little something extra in there for you. So, okay, guys, cheers, and we will. Hopefully, I'll talk to one of you guys tomorrow during Blog Radio, because even if I do have time tomorrow, which I probably will, get a Blog Radio. Get a brew review in before Blog Radio. It's never going to be uploaded before. So this is the last time you hear me. So please come and check out Blog Radio. It's always a huge deal for some reason when Ray is on, man. Ray's got a really nice following. And last time he was on, like the last 30 minutes we started talking about music and concerts, and the fucking numbers literally went through the roof. So don't miss it, because this is 2 hours of that. I don't. If he wants to talk about some other shit, I don't want to talk politics. I want it to be a fun time talking about music and concerts and that kind of stuff. So cheers, guys, and we will see you tomorrow.